you may as well take blueberries. Boom! Blueberries for PCT. It works. Coach Greg, and here we have episode 6 of my Q&A where I answer a bunch of questions and I try not to sound stupid in the process. Some of the questions sound stupid, but remember, there are no stupid questions, only stupid answers. I'm not a doctor, I'm not giving medical advice, just giving you the opinions that I think. Please don't listen to anything I say or do anything I suggest, and try not to break the speed limit or text and drive, okay? Let's get right into it. Garage Haunter says, serious question, test sip, 125 milligrams every 4 days. Would you consider it a TRT or bordering a weak cycle? Also, do you take an AI on your TRT? Okay, that's a really good question because TRT is testosterone replacement therapy. 125 milligrams every 4 days is around the 200 milligrams a week mark. Is it considered TRT? It is by doctors. Is it really? No. It's really enhancement therapy, test enhancement therapy. Because at that dose, you're going to put your test levels way higher than any normal human could do. You're going to gain way more muscle than you would have naturally. Even an advanced, gifted person with tons of tests, super athlete, I don't care who they are, LeBron James, whoever, any of these superstars, they're not going to make that much test. So you're giving your body more tests than it actually would make. So it's not really HRT. It's more like a small cycle, but that doesn't matter because the doctors are going to prescribe it and it's considered HRT. It's certainly not natural and it's certainly going to put a shit ton of muscle on. Trust me, in a year, you should be putting 10 pounds of muscle more just by a silly little dose like that, which your doctor is prescribing you. Do you need an AI? Potentially, yes. Probably not. If you have gyno, yes. If you are very estrogen sensitive, yes. If your blood work comes back where your estradiol levels are super high, yes. But for the most part, no. And it would be normal to have slightly higher estrogen levels due to the fact that some of the tests convert to estrogen. So don't be alarmed if you're in the upper range because your test levels are certainly going to be above normal. Okay. B. Pecor. Has your master's in kinesiology influenced how you train or help you become a better coach? Obviously. I mean, think of it. I went to school for years to study about nutrition, training, diet, food, everything. Did it affect me as a coach? I mean, obviously it has. It's improved it tremendously. I've learned so much information. If you have a degree in the same thing as I do, you would obviously agree with me. It would be like saying you have a math degree, you got a master's in mathematics. Has that influenced the way you teach math? Well, yeah, I learned how to teach math properly. So yeah, it has. Suppork asks, hey doc, is eating ass better for pre-workout or post-workout? Okay, well, I think it's probably better to stick to post-workout ass eating due to the fact that if you get too worked up and too into this before the gym, you may not end up there. You might be too busy. Plus, well, we have potential pink eye and some kind of, disease carryover effect from you to the gym, to the weights. So best to leave that to post-workout ass eating. Shaked Clen asks, or no, Chen, not Clen. Is there an advantage for training twice a day, the same training split, half in the morning, half in the evening? No. Next question. Love Laugh says, are you still considered natural if you use protein powder? Well, no. Well, I mean, really it depends. If it's an all-natural protein powder, unflavored, with no added aspartame or chemicals, then you're natural. But if it's flavored like chocolate peanut butter flavor or strawberry or vanilla, it's not natural because it has artificial sweeteners. So if you want to stay natural, you can only use natural protein powders that have no added taste or anything like that. Okay, hopefully that helps. Wyatt Miller asks, Greg, in your opinion, how long does it take to reach your natural potential? All right, basically it depends on how early you start training. So for myself, I started training at 10. So obviously it's going to take longer than 10 years to reach my limit. You're not going to be at your limit at 20 if you started at 10. If you start at 20, maybe you reach there before 30. If you start at 50, it's certainly going to happen way before you're 60. So the older you start, the less time it takes. The younger you start, the longer. So I'll say 15 years if you start really young as like a teenager, and 10 years if you start as an adult, and 5 years if you start as an older dude who's like 50. Hopefully that helps. Alan Ellis asks, will aromatane work as a PCT after a light SARM stack if you aren't suppressed? If you aren't suppressed, why are you taking a PCT? That's the whole point. So will it work? No. Does it need to work? No. You may as well take blueberries. Boom. Blueberries for PCT. It works. If you don't have shutdown, you don't need the PCT in the first place. If you actually need a PCT and you are suppressed, aromatane is not going to work. Kevin Spencer asks, Dr. Greg, how does your cat stay more shredded than you year-round? Perhaps he has superior genetics. Well, my cat, Pet Nakey, is on a keto diet and practices intermittent fasting, so only eats 2 to 3 times a day, all keto. So that's why he's so ripped. Plus, very active, burns off a lot of calories, allowing baby Nakey to stay shredded year-round. I Am a Leader 101 asks, is baby Nakey on TBOL? Her delts are getting a bit too capped for her to claim natty. So here's the confusion. Baby Nakey is in fact a man with bigger balls than this guy. And so the cap delts is because baby Nakey's got testosterone. Baby Nakey's a dude, okay? Baby Nakey's not female. So you're thinking that baby Nakey has too much cap delts for being female? Baby Nakey's a boy. I won't tell baby Nakey that you thought he was a girl. Not cool. Al Cello 77 wants to know, can I lose weight in a calorie deficit without having cardio? Yes. No one needs to do cardio to lose weight. You need a calorie deficit to lose weight. Cardio burns more calories. Burning more calories makes you burn off more fat more quickly because it can get you in a deficit faster. Do you need to do cardio to burn fat? No. It just makes it easier and faster, but you don't need it. Alpha Kex asks, does masturbating decrease your test levels? No. 95 Reds asks, I'm hoping this makes the next Q&A series. Can you discuss the implications of getting tested for HRT, TRT while taking SARMS? Would it be best to get the test done after a PCT? I ask simply because I'm currently taking SARMS and consider getting tested for HRT. Thanks. Okay, that's a very good question, and it can help a lot of people. If you want to get HRT prescribed by your doctor, they need to see your test levels suppressed. If they're in the normal range, a normal doctor shouldn't prescribe you testosterone because you don't need it. Well, I'm not telling doctors what they should or shouldn't do, but like you're in the normal range, do you need HRT test? Just think, if you're not sick, should they give you antibiotics? If you're not in pain, should they give you painkillers? So I'll leave common sense to answer that part of the question. If you're taking SARMs, SARMs suppress your testosterone levels. So if you're on any SARM and your test levels are lower and you go get tested and your test levels come back lower, the doctor's gonna say, well, or might say, your test levels are suppressed, maybe you need HRT. If you wait until after your PCT and you return to normal, the doctor could look at your blood levels and say, hey, your test levels are normal. Why would I give you HRT? So there's a greater chance that you're going to be prescribed testosterone if you're on SARMs than if you're not on SARMs. This is not a recommendation to take SARMs. They're not for human consumption. I'm just telling you what happens when you take SARMs. A lot of people get suppressed. Suppressed test levels is one of the reasons or factors that a doctor would prescribe testosterone. David Ciarullo asks, hey, Coach Greg, in your opinion, what supplements work best in regards to aiding in sleep? Okay, best. Cannabis, which is legal in my country, helps a lot. If I smoke it, it hits me in like 15 minutes and I could fall asleep. Even if I use sativa, Indica is supposed to make you sleep more. Either of them, for me, makes me sleep. Edibles takes me an hour and a half to 3 hours to really feel it working, but it really puts me to sleep and will keep me to sleep longer than if I smoke cannabis. So that's definitely a great sleep aid. Melatonin is a very minor one that can help people who have very minor sleeping difficulties. I used Go Dark from Advanced Genetics for many years. That helped me to sleep better. Then there's your doctor prescribed. I was prescribed Zopiclone, amitriptyline, Seroquel, lots of different sleeping pills. Ask your doctor. Take the ones that your doctor suggests, or don't take any. Then there's over-the-counter ones, for example. So just basically experiment with what's legal, find out what works best for you. Zvendur. Coach, I have a serious question. I have a friend who is eating 500 calories for 4 weeks, and then sometimes 1,000. But that's still low. And then they go to the gym almost every day for an hour. She does cardio on a stepper. I don't know if it's the right word for English, and burns off 1,000 calories. Yeah, right. An hour of cardio for a girl, and she's burning off 1,000 calories in the stepper? No, that's not happening. So she has a huge calorie deficit. I bet she's probably anorexic. Think of it. She eats 500 to 1,000 calories a day and burns off 1,000 on the stepper every day. So it says, what will happen? Well, she's going to lose all her fat, all her muscle, and be anorexic and eventually die. That's what's going to happen. She felt a little weak, but not extremely. I'm imagining I'd feel weak too if I burn off more calories than with a huge deficit like that, I'd feel like shit. She felt a little weak, but not extremely. But what wondered me is she didn't lose that much fat. She must have lost a shit ton of muscle then, right? Why is that? And what will happen if she does this for a longer time? Thanks. I hope you can help. I feel that's not good for her. Okay, so this is what I think. I think that girl is full of shit. I think that she binge eats in secret, and she eats way more than 500 to 1,000 calories, because anyone that eats 500 calories a day for most days and does 1,000 on a cheat day, even if they don't do cardio, would get leaner faster and lose a lot of fat. So this woman must be losing a shit ton of muscle, because you have to be losing weight in a deficit like that. Now, if she's not losing more than a pound or two a week, then she's for sure just cheating. And eventually she's going to lose all her muscle and fat, destroy her metabolism, not be able to work out, and suffer from anorexia and micronutrient deficiencies. She's in a mess. That lady's a nightmare and needs professional help, for sure. Oh, then it further says, I live with her, so I know exactly her diet, and she kept track of it. I was wondering what would happen if you eat, say, 1,000 calories max and burn off 1,000 in the gym. You got 0 left to give you, plus with daily activities, you're under 0 calories. I mean, obviously the girl's cheating. Oh, I live with them, so I see what they eat? I live with Allie, and when she wasn't on her all-in fitness, I'd go in her car and it'd be like, babe, why is there 75 empty containers of McDonald's and bulk barn juicy berry fruit? Oh my goodness, candies galore everywhere. I was like, what do you even eat? All you saw was empty pizza boxes. So I live with her. I'll be like, yeah, she's eating pretty healthy from what Then you find out, you go to their store and the co-workers are like, yeah, every day she orders pizza. And it's like, so that's what's going on here. This woman's lying, eating in secret. Who knows? She goes to the bathroom and eats chocolate bars when the guy's not looking. You can't monitor somebody 24/7. People cheat all the time. I have clients that cheat on their diets all the time. They just do. You know they do. It's easy to tell. Whatever. Just stop lying, people. Minecrafter2729 says, don't steroids build more muscle while raising your resting metabolic rate? So steroids would allow you to eat more food than if you're natural. Yes. Steroids with training, obviously you're going to have more muscle, metabolically active. Every pound of muscle burns 20 to 30 calories more. Add 10 pounds of muscle, 200 to 300 calories a day extra burn. So you can eat 200 to 300 extra calories because your metabolism is faster from having more muscle. That's true. Red Fisher 1974 says, hey coach, what are your thoughts on mixing 1 scoop of fast-acting whey with 1 scoop of slow-digesting casein first thing in the morning? That's awesome. So you get some of the fast-acting protein right away from overnight and some of the longer-lasting protein to last, say you don't eat for 5-6 hours. Good idea, nothing wrong with that. I like it. Snorlaxcom says, doesn't the Tren give you a deeper voice? I've taken Tren like 10 times in my life. Does it sound like I have a deeper voice? No. Am I a woman? Last I checked, no. It deepens women's voices, not men's voices. My voice has had a zero effect from steroids. What did steroids do? It grew more body hair. I had to shave my chest more and I had back hair. I didn't have all that before I took steroids. Voice, zero effect. All right, this is the time, the most important time of your life. Subscribe button. Boom, subscribe. Bell button, important so you get the swoosh notification so that every time a video shows up, you click it right away and let it play. You don't have to watch it or listen to it. You can comment if you like, if you have more time. That helps me in the algorithms and all that kind of stuff. Just please do that so that I can make more money. That's the straight up truth. I want to make more money. If I get more subscribers and more views, more people will watch. I make more money from ad revenue. If you want to learn about how to make money on YouTube, there's a video on ad revenue that I've explained how I make money there. And here's another question and answer type deal over there. Have a look. GregDoucette.com, that's my website. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro, Instagram. Follow me there. We'll have some fun. We'll have some chats. Until next time, I am out.